أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وابنه الكريم الغوث الأعظم الإمام الهمام عبد القادر الجيلي وحزبه وبارك وسلم. أما بعد، فقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في شان حبيبه المبارك: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين، أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. جماعة المسلمين، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and blessings of His beloved Nabi Sayyidina wa Moulana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we will be discussing the last chapter of the series that we had begun 3 weeks ago on the concept of love. I had explained to you in stages about how the human being is exposed to love and how he reacts to love, and what are the different stages of love and which love is the real love and the true love. Now I have quoted to you a hadith from Bukhari Shareef, and this concerns Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Umar al-Faruq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Beloved Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says: La yu'minu ahadakum. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is conditioning the minds and hearts of the Sahaba and explaining to them what is the concept of love. He says: La yu'minu ahadakum. None of you can be true believers hatta akuna ahabba ilayhi, until such time that you do not love me, hatta akuna ahabba ilayhi min walidihi wa waladihi wan nasi ajma'in, until such time you do not love me more than your father, your children, in one narration your lives, and everything. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he gives the categories of things that you are attached to, which is a normal situation in the life of an individual. You are attached to your father because you are from his progeny. That is a natural instinct that is within you, that every child is attracted to his parent. Father is the role model for the child, and the child will love the parent, love the father, and protect the father with his life. If anybody insults your father, generally you will find the man goes berserk, and he will not tolerate any insult, no matter whatever it may be, small or big. He will not want to tolerate it. The same applies to your child, because you regard your child that this is my life. Your son is your life. Somebody has to injure your child, or he gets hurt, or somebody hits your child, then you will not see who's the man in front. You lose your senses, and then you want to fight, and you want to hit the person with whatever object you have in your hand in protection and in love of your child. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is giving these categories. وَالنَّاسِ ajma'een. Now this is the last general object that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, one nas. Amongst everyone, you have friends that you will be very protective about, you have a wife that you are protective about, you have a daughter that you are protective about, you have many other things that you are protective about. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam includes all, nasi ajma'een. Ajma'een means everything, and that includes your wealth, that includes your house, your cars, whatever is your belongings. Until such time you do not love me more than all these things, you cannot become a perfect Muslim. That's the law set down. Now, somebody may think, how is it possible that I must love the Nabi who I have not seen more than my father, who is my biological father, who is my progeny? The mind, they say the intellect, the mind will come and interfere with belief. If you use your mind to substantiate or to understand belief, then you will go astray. Allah says, Amantu billahi, its order is Amantu, these are the articles of faith. Amantu billahi wa malaikati. I bring iman and testify on Allah and His angels. You have never seen an angel. The mind will say, that which you don't see, how can you confirm blindly as to something which you don't see that it exists? But intellect comes in. So intellect has got nothing to do with belief. In fact, belief is something that rectifies your intellect. Belief is something that tells the mind how to think, and not the mind should tell you what is iman. So Sayyidina wa Moulana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has made it very clear here in this hadith al-Nabawi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that don't use your mind. Is one narration, it says Sayyidina Umar al-Faruq radiyallahu ta'ala says, Ya Rasulullah, I love you more than everything but not more than my life. The Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam replied, La yu'minu ahadakum. You cannot become a true believer. So this is a standard that is not set down by any individual. This is the standard that is set down by the beloved Prophet of Allah, Sayyidina Moulana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the Qur'an says, what the Nabi gives you, take it. What he forbids you from, abstain from it. That is the final law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He has drawn the standard of belief, and He gave it to the Sahaba. And it was that nation that made amal according to how Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam ordered them to behave and believe and how they should think. Abu Sufyan, who now we will say Sayyidina Abu Sufyan, prior to him embracing Islam, his daughter Sayyida Habiba radiyallahu ta'ala an was sister of Sayyidina Amir Muawiyah. She embraced Islam and she married Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam while her father was in the state of kufr. She became the mother of the believers and migrated to Madinah Munawwara, and she lived with the beloved Habib sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Habiba was a very beloved daughter of Abu Sufyan. As time passed, it is natural that a father is very much attached, especially the daughters are more attached to the fathers and the sons are more attached to the mothers. This is the way it is. And I heard the elders say, you must always be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when He blesses you with a daughter. And today is the opposite. We're very sad when a daughter is born. Reason being, the elders said, the elders were very wise people. Wise in many aspects, they were more excellent than us. Maybe they didn't have degrees. They didn't go to universities. But what they had was Iman. They had belief, and something that they have which we can never get, no matter whatever we do, is they are closer to the Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam in time in comparison to us, because we belong to this generation, they belong to one generation closer to the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? So I heard the elders say to me that thank Allah for daughters, glorify Allah for daughters, because when a son gets married, he leaves you and go away. And unfortunately, the norm of today's marriage is one of the conditions before you can even propose is that my daughter is going to stay alone, on her own, not living with the parents. That is one of the very fundamental conditions of marriage in nowadays, unfortunately. But when your daughter gets married and go out, no matter what you say, or no matter what who says or what happens, she will not leave her parents. She'll always come and look after them. She will always have a link with the parents. So it is a natural thing that the daughters are very much attached to the fathers. And Abu Sufyan was no exception. He pined for Habiba, his daughter that is now in the haram of the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. So one day the love of his daughter forced him to leave and travel from Makkah Mukarramah to Madinatul Munawwara in the burning heat. It used to take them days. Today it's a very fast car in 3 hours, 3.5 hours maximum from Makkah Mukarramah to Madina Munawwara in the comfort of air condition. You are in from one city to the other city. And those days they used to take 17, 18, 19, 20 days. Imagine the speed of the camel. It's a very slow animal, and if you make it run, it cannot run in an endurance for hours. And furthermore, at that time the caravans used to travel when it was cold, cooler in the evenings, because the heat was too extensive to travel during the day. Taking all this in account, Abu Sufyan leaves Makkah Mukarramah to come and visit his daughter Sayyida Habiba radiyallahu ta'ala. And this is no ordinary woman. It is farz on us to show respect and honor to the wives of the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, because they are regarded as the mothers of the believers. Mu'mineen Sayyida Habiba radiyallahu ta'ala and was taught and conditioned by the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. She was a household. The Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam taught the Sahaba, even if your parents are in the state of kufr, be compassionate to them. Don't be rude to them. Serve them. Help them. Be kind to them. This was taught by the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. However, Abu Sufyan traveled to Madina Munawwara, and after the long strenuous journey he reached Madina Munawwara. He was so glad, happy that he has reached to see his daughter. He went straight to the home of Sayyida Habiba radiyallahu ta'ala anha to visit her. Knock on the door. She inquires, who is it? And the answer of her father, I'm your father, Abu Sufyan, has come from Makkah to visit you. The door opens. She is welcomed. He is welcomed into the home of who? Allah's beloved Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah ke Rasul ke ghar ka mehman hai, and he is in a state of kufr, and he had played a major role in all offensives, all wars that were fought in the battles against the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abu Sufyan, he played a major part because he was one of the chiefs of the tribes of Makkah Mukarramah, of the Quraysh. The father is tired. Now you have traveled